I found my spine on the dead fire lines. Tell me where.
So we get to play pirate now in a pirate fort full of, not gonna say it, cutthroats and murderers. We seek out the captain that came at the Defiant. There were no winners in that fight. However, technically we did fight them off, but the storm that caught us in the middle of the boarding forced the Defiant to run into the rocks of nearby Port Magé Island. Captain Ferrante, the leader of the Príncipi, if there really is one, believes I need to take my revenge upon that captain. Otherwise, all the Príncipi in the Deadfire will think we are an easy target. Killing him, and possibly his crew, will give me quite the formidable reputation among these pirates, and will make them think twice about ever bothering me again. So that is exactly what we will do. I don't know these Príncipi and their ways too well, and that is what Serafen is for. I knew there was a reason why he came along with us, but I have a feeling that there is more to it than that. For some reason that he hasn't told me. He thinks through me he will be able to get something that he wants. I'll just have to wait and see what it is. Pirates, Príncipi, can be tight-lipped about these things sometimes. Alright, there's supposed to be a pirate here that we've come to kill. What was the name? I have to find it now. Oh, that's his name. Benwith is the captain we're looking for. Ferrante, leader of the Príncipi and Patrena, has turned us towards this person. Locate Benwith. I've arrived at Deadlight. Benwith is somewhere in the fort. Once I uncover his location, I can worry about how to reach him. I've docked in Fort Deadlight's port, guised as a fellow pirate. If the others discovered my ruse, it could lead to trouble. Yeah, that's why we can't really make too big of a stink here. Copper leaf, milk. Best hope you don't roll another pair, eh? Hello there.
Might I help you out of a bit of money, squab? Care to join our fun? Or is it swilling information you're chasing?
The pirate looks me over, eyeing the make of me. A sly smile curls at his mouth as he tosses a pair of dice to rattle over the cobblestone ground. I guess I can play around, getting his good side.
Now, before we get rolling, let me tell you the rules.
I don't think that they'll be fair at all, but whatever, I don't mind losing a little bit of copper.
You bet on high if you think when the dice settle, they'll count up to more than 7. You bet on low if you think the count will be less than 7. Both pay double or nothing.
Okay.
Lastly, you can also bet on 7. If the count is exactly 7, then you win 4 times the wager. 100 pyres per roll of the dice. You sure you want to risk it?
Let's go on... Let's go on 7. Snake Eyes jingles the dice in his hands. After blowing onto them for luck, he casts the dice across the ground. The dice add up to 8.
You lose,
Close.
mate. What a shame. Care for another roll?
Hey, it's time. Let's bet on low. 5.
Looks like you've won.
Yeah. Won my copper back. The grunty tosses me double the copper. Staked.
Care for another roll?
No, I think that's fine. He shrugs one shoulder. So, I'm looking for Captain Benwith.
I ain't my captain's keeper. And I know better than to ask what business you've got with Brutal Ben.
Brutal Ben. He jerks his head once to the right. Okay.
You might check the court for him. If he ain't target practicing, he's tickling the harpsichord or taking his swill. 2 out of the 3 can be done there.
Okay. Check the court for him.
But if you see him, don't fucking tell him I sent you.
Yeah, I won't, don't worry. I'm also kind of curious. Yeah, we don't want to be spotted though. We're known, but not too well known here. This gibbet's splattered with seagull droppings. Brutal Ben, they call him, huh? And who might this be? Hello?
What'll it be, Swabby?
Show them what you have for sale.
Right away.
Actually, we could sell a lot of stuff that we're carrying. I'm gonna go through everything that we could sell. Well, I've got a lot of things to sell here, even though doesn't afford us much money. But I noticed that we have somehow captured Bardato Hull. I guess we'll have to change that in Nekataka. It allows us faster travel speed, and the health of the hull will be stronger. So we'll definitely hold on to that. We have these sails too. Although the cotton weave sails, first invented by the Rawatai, the cotton weave sail is lighter than its linen counterpart. This makes it ideal for larger sails and relatively inexpensive to create. But it's not as strong as our linen sails, but you know, it allows us better speed, so I think we'll keep that. Let's trade everything. I've looked at the items he has for sale, and nothing really interests me. Gambling. What else do pirates do? Sell and gamble and drink and whore and all that fun stuff. The scrolling on this banner reads, Ramparts restricted. Oh. Okay, well, the last thing I want to do is cause attention. Bring attention to ourselves, so I'm not going to be a fool. It says they're restricted, Not going to go up there. So I have to remember that at any moment someone could spot us, and then all hell will break loose. And it's probably a good time to run at that point. Oh.
Ahoy, Captain. I've got to come clean about something, and that'll be as good a time as not.
What is it?
Much as I hate Benwith, the main reason I signed up with you were to get here. To get a chance to look for a man named Romaro.
Irked, Shorty runs her tongue over her teeth. Who's Romaro?
Now, that'd be a longer story than we've got time for. Quick of it be that Romaro's in trouble. The Príncipi have sent a ship hunter after him, and I've got an evening and a half to find him first.
You think he's here?
I didn't see his ship, so probably not. But mayhaps we could keep a weather eye open for clues to his whereabouts.
Okay, let's keep a lookout for clues. Hopefully this is not Romaro. Who's
Think
this?
this'll break me? Ha! It won't.
Oh, this is a woman.
Spit on me, and I'll make you regret it. One day, surely.
You know what? We should try to look for a navigator. Why are you being punished?
Those hagfish. Benweth's crew lashed me up to be, and I quote, a deterrent to insubordination.
Okay.
It's shark shit. All I did was filch one of their horns and blast it to start lung with. I wanted to see her get all worked up.
Benwith's crew uses horn blasts for an alarm?
Well, sure. But shouldn't you know this, on account of you being a captain?
She tilts her head back, gazing suspiciously at me from beneath her lashes. I used to sail for Ferrante. He runs things differently.
That he does, the master rogue. You should have come to us sooner. We're accepting of even old bloods if they're wanting to run fresh.
I'll cut you loose.
Not that I ain't grateful, but if Ben's crew spots me about, they'll be taking more than my pride next.
Look, I don't care about Benwith. I'm gonna cut the ropes. Don't get caught again.
Suppose I'll do my best.
She flicks me a sly smile in parting. Yeah, I really don't care about this Captain Benwith or what he wants. I expect to run into a group like this, but once the fighting starts, I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of here safely.
Winds will be changing soon enough.
Some row. Oh, increases shipping around.
Can't resist throwing another bash for long.
Okay, this is not your friend, is it? He groans, too weak to lift his head. Oh. Serafen says no. To court. That must be the... Oh, this is actually a lot larger than I thought it would be. To forge, to underground docks, to court, to dungeons. Well, we met the merchant. You know what? I wouldn't mind going to the forge.
Forge ain't far from here, right up them stairs. Got a particular smell, it does.
Oh, it does, all right.
Why in the blackest hell are you clomping around so loud? Howbeit, you're not allowed up here, you no good fuddlers.
Huh. Back away with my hands up. No need to get testy. Shrugging, the pirates flanking the guard amble away.
No, I'd best escort you back. Follow me if you want to keep living. Try to sneak past if you want to die.
Okay. We can't even go to the forge?
Too many times, and I reckon one of them's gonna sound the alarm.
Alright, well, the forge is out of question.
Come, we've plenty to share. Whoa there, watch your step. The stones are a mite slippery.
The pirate stumbles when he turns, slapping a palm onto the table to steady himself. In the process, he knocks a tankard to the ground, spilling a frothy beverage.
Here's to ourselves. May the gods grant us more gold and luck than we can imagine.
He raises his mug high overhead. Is this a celebratory drink?
You bet. Our bosun just brought a treasure map. We're saluting to our future prosperity, we are.
Treasure map, you say,
We'll be making a proper raucous if Ungwith the Crag-Hearted wasn't such an accursed downer.
Isn't that the one that just chased us down from the forge? So who is she?
One of Benweth's guards, right up them stairs. She's like a boil I can't get off, no matter how often I lance it. Wait a minute. You mean to say you don't know Benny's crew?
What are you talking about, you souse?
Right. What were we talking about? Ah, piss it. Give me another drink.
Right on.
Come for a drink with us.
What's God Ungwith, the crag-hearted, all twisted up?
She loathes any type of disorder, especially that of the loud variety. We get too wild and you watch, she'll be stomping down here to yell at us.
I don't know, I mean, I would get her down from the forge, but... I don't know if it's worth doing that. Well, let's see. 20 pyres say I can drink you under the table.
You can pay to try. Drink up, and we'll see who's left standing. Let's get swilling. First up's a round of Adir and mead.
One of the more sober pirates pours 2 pints of the thick, sweet brew. Pretend to drink from an empty tankard.
Not a bad start, not at all.
He nods to me respectfully, before guzzling down his own pint.
Next round's grog, not just any grog, mind you. This batch is fermented with gunpowder.
Guess you have to... That's... I would say you probably have to watch an open flame, but I don't know. It's probably be too diluted for a flame to even do anything to it. Pretend to drink from an empty tag. I don't know how long I can keep up this sleight of hand.
Not many can handle a whole pint of gunpowder grog.
He lifts his brows, both surprised and impressed. Then he struggles through his own drink before offering me a snide, wet-looking grin.
Nah, the best for last. We'll be having us a bit of hangman's blood. If this doesn't knock you on your backside, nothing will, I fear.
What's hangman's blood made of?
You mean the way our crew makes it? A bit of this and a pinch of that, all mixed in a hogshead of pickled corpse fruit. Or it's been known to kill a man, or at least his breath.
Pretend to drink from an empty tankard. At first the pirate merely stares. Then he nervously licks his lips and, with trembling fingers, reaches for his own pint of the corrosive concoction.
Flay me for crow's bait, should I ever turn craven.
In a surge of courage, the drunkard gulps down his own pint. His chest heaves as he clinks the cup's bottom, and a cocky grin begins a slow sweep of his lips. But his smile freezes halfway, caught in a pained twist as he slowly begins to tilt backwards. Topples to the ground, out cold. There he blows, spewing chunks like chumming the waters. Boom! Ha ha ha!
Shush you rumpots, or Cragart will be down here again.
Well, we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Shush you
Andre, drown
rumpots,
those no
or
good
Cragart will be
drunkards
down
in
here
their
again.
raucous louting.
Oh, she did come
For
down.
the last time, pipe down, the
That's
lot
sure
of
to
you.
call a guard down.
Flog off,
We best
ain't
make for
hurting
it while they're
nothing.
occupied.
I ought to throw you in eye.
Some
Think
drink
I
there.
can't.
Let's get out of here.
Think Ben would care what's happened to you?
I don't think Aldi's would like it none. No.
Aldi's isn't here, is she?
You know what?
So
I don't really
shut
care
up or I'll drown
about
you
going
in
to
your
this
own
forge
grog.
unless I have some real pressing reason to go there. Can't say I know your crew. How much of this island is taken up just by Captain Benwith? Let's go to court. He'd probably recognize... Well, would he recognize me? Maybe. I don't know, it was late night and... I was supposedly dead, so I don't know.
Before I go introducing you to Siri, I should, mention something.
Serafen frowns, scratching at his furred cheek. Go on.
I might have said things to Siri when I last dropped anchor at Deadlight. Just lovers' words, savvy. But I can't say I rightly lived up to 'em. I ain't saying there's a problem, just a possible wrinkle in the old charts.
Oh. Aloth gives me a pained look. Shoti runs her tongue over her teeth. So she'll be upset, is what you're basically saying.
All I'm saying is, you see her go for a pistol, you best step away from me.
Why don't we just pretend we're not together then, and you go up and say hello if you do see her. Watch where you step. Not all that's damp is water. Ugh. Well, this is what pirates are like. Well, I actually don't even remember what Benwith looked like, because it was dark. I might recognize his voice, though. He says that's her right there. Okay, let's go talk to Siri. The Orland's large eyes grow larger as we approach, then narrow to a sharp edge. Her hands briefly ball into fists before finding their way to her hips. With a sharp twist of her head, she flips seaweed green hair over one shoulder.
Look who finally washed back up ashore.
The edge to her words matches the sharpness of her teeth. Serafen winces.
Ahoy there, Siri. Miss me?
Did I miss you?
She growls, a low, prolonged sound.
Like a fish misses water, you gutless bastard. For the first few weeks, anyhow. Till it turned to confusion and worry. Ye said ye'd write every night, didn't ye? Then where were the birds or the boats with your poems and pages?
Jeez, you said that. That's a bit much, even for a normal relationship, but between pirates, you'd think she would know better.
You saying our pirate's a poet?
Shodi turns wide eyes to Serafen, amusement making the corners of her mouth twitch. Serafen's eyes close as he nods along.
Siri, sweet honey heart. I scribbled you missives day and night. Declarations of passion, sonnets and songs. Well, on account of me being at sea, I never had the opportunity to post them.
Thoughtful, Shodi rubs a knuckle along the edge of her jaw.
Oh, I'm certain I should believe every word of that blarney. About as certain as I am that you're a snake-tongued philanderer worth little more than a tug in the rug.
I plundered you up a pair of fine, very fine, snakeskin boots, with that tooling you like round the cuffs and all. But the gentleman sprung a leak, and they ended up thoroughly sodden.
She scoffs, and he looks to me with a shrug. Shodi flicks her sickle back and forth, agitated.
Tell her, Cap.
Listen. She's upset, Serafen. Lying won't set things straight.
Fucking I'm upset. Got every cod-crushing reason to put 16 plugs of lead in your furry blue ass and see how you sink.
Arms crossed, Siri taps her right foot a smidge faster than the tempo of the music. Serafen rubs the back of his head and clears his throat.
Siri, I truly wish I was savvy to what's gone belly up betwixt us. I weren't intending to scorn you, I swear it on Andra's salty teat.
Oh, you weren't intending to scorn me, eh? You wish you was savvy, eh? Andra's salty fucking teat, eh?
She asks these questions louder than the last.
Ah, balls. We be in for it now.
Ye can't just go showering a lass with wildflowers and filling her head with verse if you're planning to ship out and never see her again.
Serafen winces, and shame splashes me like a bucket of cold piss. Let the visions come. Slick wet fur in the lamplight. Callous palms perusing her pelt. Tweaking teats and biting at the soft edge of her neck. I don't know, maybe I should have fought this. This is not what I wanted to see. Thrusting into hotness, yet tender, hopeful. Not that this time will be the one that lasts, but that she might forget this sodden shithouse for an evening or two.
Ye've been lucky thus far, you know. I'm of half a mind to call ye out, and I'm no worse than many with a blade. Least then, perhaps you'll give me a lick of satisfaction.
Her hand strays towards her belt. Apologize to her, Serafen.
Aye, Captain.
He winces, then bows low to Ciri.
I'll be truly sore and sorry, lass. Sorrier still than that. I won't go spinning no yarns about being married to the sea or coming home to you someday. I ain't that gentleman, nor never will be neither.
He straightens and meets her eyes.
Alls I can promise you is that what be broken me there ain't fixing for. I'll be a right sad fuck. And there ain't nothing to account for it but me.
Aloth hums approvingly. Pelagina nods, the corners of her mouth turning to a faint grin. Truest thing I've ever heard from you, Serafen. Ciri sighs, wraps herself in her arms, and peers at Serafen for a long, quiet moment.
That I can understand. I'm not forgiving ye a lick now. I won't go seeking for your blood, neither. Now, why don't ye be telling me what you want so I can be shot of ye for good?
Serafen nods.
Aye, lass. The captain's got an ask or two about Deadline. But first, I need to know. You remember Romaro? Sailed with me on a sorcerer.
Aye, I remember Romaro. You think I've gone wet in the head or something? Your words have always been as flowery for him as they were for me.
Serafen claps once, grinning.
It weren't so long ago he shipped out, come to think on it.
Why was he here at the fort?
Whale tells you, let me know. Rumour were he went mutinous.
Oh. Rage flashes behind my eyes, and my blood goes hot. Whale, god of secrets, revelations, illusions, cryptography, obfuscation, perception, dreams, and visions.
Oh, sideways pickle all shit and a half.
Serafen slams a fist into the nearby wall, and Ciri flinches.
Wait till I find a whale fuck mother spreading this rancid shit. Teach them the very meaning of keelhaul, I will.
Don't know the truth of it myself. Might have been Romaro himself started the rumours. Gave him his privacy, certain. Even here, mutineers make no friends.
Where was Romaro staying?
Hard to starboard through the back door there, then straight on to the end of the hall.
Hard to starboard. Okay, you mean turn right through the back door and straight to the end of the hall. She gestures to the northern exit from the room.
Don't think nobody's claimed his quarters since. Might be worth it to ye to poke around.
Well, for 2 ciphers, I'm sure we can find something that'll link us to him.
Give my thanks, lass. Truly. And many more besides.
He bows deeply, braided beard, brushing the floor.
Oh, keep it in your pantaloons, you randy swab. You had any other questions, Captain? Happy to oblige the person hauling this blue bastard away from Fort Deadfire.
Just who is this Romaro person Serafen's looking for? Serafen rolls his eyes and crosses his arms.
You don't know? That's so. I'm thinking it's not my place to tell you.
I need to know what Serafen's getting my crew into.
They both crewed the Sorcerer for a season or 6. Romaro were like a father to Serafen, or so he's told me. Taught him the mariner's trade. More than that, you'd have to ask him yourself.
Oh, that's not so bad. Why couldn't Serafen tell me that? I thought he was another lover.
Were there something else you wanted?
Actually, we're here looking for Benwith.
That rotten fuck what brought you to Fort Deadfire? I hope you're looking to rough him round a bit. Maybe dangle him over the bulwarks.
Oh, I'm here to kill him, actually. What did Benwith do to upset you?
Bastard were playing the keys not 5 nights ago. I joined in, and me not even setting out a pail for coin, neither. He stops and tells the whole room that me voice were more harpy than siren. Course that sets everyone to laughing.
She scowls, arms crossed and shoulders hunched. Playing the keys.
Aye, that half-mast sack of soiled linens can't leave alone a chance to show off his talent at the harpsichord. He's got chops, I can't fault him that, but no manners to speak of.
She snorts. When does Benwith play the harpsichord?
You think this be some big city cabaret type establishment? There's no schedule, mate. Benwith comes down when the party's loud enough to shake his sheets harder than the oars he keeps up there.
No, you just told me everything I need to know. Get it loud and rowdy in here, and maybe he'll come down, play. So where can we find him? He's probably upstairs, right?
Benwith blows into deadlight. He mostly stays locked up in his quarters. A few whores in his bunk, and a whole mess of muscle outside his berth.
Yeah, which would make it a little bit difficult, is to go up and meet him face to face in his quarters.
He's so protected, you'd think he'd got flawless diamonds betwixt his legs, instead of the pair of sweat-wet, rotten figs he's got. Suppose the price of being a first-class arse like Benwith is living in fear of someone slitting your gizzard.
She huffs. Well, thank you. That's all I need to know about Benwith.
Aye, mate. As you please.
You've been most helpful, Siri. Farewell. Okay, so we know what to do. And, well, it is getting on into the evening now.
I've got it.
It's like somebody had a fun party in this corner. Rats scurry among the discarded barrels of grog. Okay, so, I mean, we've got a plan. I don't mind taking everything from these pirates. Lost another crew to the floating hangman we did. Anything that helps crew morale. There's lots of alcohol around here. The harpsichord is finely crafted, detailed, and lavish, but the keys are well worn. Ooh. Inspect the instrument. The row of wooden keys links to an exposed set of strings. Tapping the keys triggers a small quill to strum each associated string. The harpsichord emits a sad, twanging sound when I depress one of the keys. You know what? Let's try rigging a bomb to the harpsichord. After glancing around to ensure no one's watching, I place the bomb inside the harpsichord and rig one of its strings as a detonator. The harpsichord emits a sad, twanging sound when I depress one of its keys. Okay, so I'll use one of the cinder bombs for this. Let's leave. Now, let's see if there's anybody else interesting to talk to here. And when we feel that's...
Anything this closely guarded must lead to something important.
Yeah. Guards, look at this. We'll talk to everyone else that's of interest here, and then when we feel we've found out all the information we need, or talk to anyone important, and we'll start getting everyone starting to drink and get it rowdy, and have him come down here and play the harpsichord, and then we'll just mop up.